Hello, this is the third part of decision tree classifier video, and this is the last part also. In this video we are going to construct a decision tree classifier with the help of one example. We'll take one data set and we'll see how to convert or how we can construct one decision tree classifier by using that data set. So hope you will enjoy this video. So the decision tree construction needs some basics which we have already covered in our previous videos. That is what is the meaning of the basic decision tree, how it look like, and what we are expecting from the decision tree classifier. What is the meaning of entropy, because without entropy calculation we cannot construct a decision tree classifier. What is the meaning of information required and why we need it, and finally the information gain. These topics we have already covered in our previous videos. In out of these four, the information gain, though all these four topics are interrelated, but information gain is the key factor which will decide which attribute to be taken first for making the decision, for making the split, so that our number of stages or number of steps, number of decisions will be minimized or minimum. So let us consider there is a data for which we want to construct one decision tree classifier having 5 attributes, out of which 4 are the data attributes, first 4, and the last one is the label attribute, which is a kind of decision. So the crux of this data set is whether one should buy a computer or not. For that purpose we need to design one decision tree classifier. Okay, now the question is, though there are 4 attributes, age, income, student and credit rating, which attribute to be taken first for making the decision? And we have already discussed in our previous video, we need to calculate the information gain for each and every attribute. The attribute with highest information gain will become the first attribute on which we have to make the splitting, and accordingly we'll split our data set. So let's see in the subsequent slides how it will go on. So first of all we'll calculate the entropy for the data set. This is our data set, and entropy will be calculated on the basis of the label attribute, because it's the label data. In this label data we can see there are 14 tuples, out of which 5 tuples are carrying no and 9 tuples are carrying yes. So minus 5 by 14 log 5 by 14 base 2 minus 9 by 14 log 9 by 14 base 2. This is the formula for our entropy calculation. So if we calculate the entropy for this data, it is coming out to be 0.941. So we have calculated the entropy for this data set. Now the task is to calculate the information gain for our data attributes, that is age, income, student and credit rating. So let's see how we can calculate the information gain for these 4 attributes. So first of all we consider the attribute age. If we look at this attribute age, there are 3 classes: youth, middle aged and senior. So this age is having 3 kind of data, 3 categories of the data, or can say 3 classes of the data. One is youth, middle aged and senior. So if we calculate the entropy for age equal to youth, so there are 5 entries of the youth in this data, and in these 5 entries there are 3 no. If we see by computer attribute, by computer label attribute, so out of 5 youth entries, 3 are belongs to no and 2 belongs to yes. So the entropy for age equal to youth can be calculated by this formula, and hence it is going to be 0.971. On the same way we can calculate the entropy when age equal to middle aged. In middle aged, when the value of age is middle aged, you can see all the by computer attribute values are yes. So as we have discussed in the first video, if all the entries are similar, then the entropy of that attribute will be 0. And the last one is age equal to senior. So there are 5 entries, out of which 2 belongs to no and 3 belongs to yes. So we can calculate the entropy by this formula, and it is going to be 0.971 again. And ultimately, when we have calculated the entropies for each class of a single attribute, then we can calculate the information gain by this formula. We have already discussed this formula in our previous videos. 5 by 14, why it is 5? Because for youth there are only 5 entries, so and total number of entries, total number of tuples are 14. So 5 by 14 multiplied with entropy of the youth. Similarly 4 by 14 into or multiplied with entropy of the age equal to middle aged, and 5 by 14 into entropy of age equal to senior. So this is the formula, and information required for attribute age is equals to 0.693, and in order to calculate the information gain for the attribute age, we have to subtract information required from the entropy, and is going to be 0.248. Entropy we have already calculated, you can refer the previous slide. So it is going to be 0.248. Similarly, we will calculate the information gain for all the attributes. Let's see. So now on the same way we can calculate the entropy for the attribute income. It is also having 3 classes. One is high, low and medium. When income is equals to high, there are 4 possible entries, where 4 possible tuples, where the by-computer attribute is having 2 no's and 2 yes, so equal, hence the entropy is maximum, that is 1. On the same way, when income equals to medium, there are 6 entries, out of which 2 no and 4 yes. So entropy for this attribute is 0.918. And lastly, for third class, income is low. There is only 1 entry for no and 3 entry for yes. So the entropy is 0.811, and hence the formula we have discussed in the earlier slide also. We'll calculate the information required for the attribute income, and that is coming to be 0.911. And in order to calculate the information gain, subtract information required from the entropy. So it is coming out to be 0.03. Now entropy for the attribute student. It is having 2 classes, no and yes. So if you look at the class no, there are total 7 entries, out of which 4 are saying no in by computer attribute, and 3 are yes. So the entropy for student equal to no is 0.985. Similarly, when student equal to yes, then only 1 no is there and rest are yes. So 1 by 7 log 1 by 7 base 2 minus 6 by 7 log 6 by 7 base 2, and the entropy for student equal to yes is 0.592. And we can calculate the information gain. It is equal to 0.153. Similarly, we can calculate the entropy for our last attribute, that is credit rating. So credit rating is having 2 classes, fair and excellent. And when credit rating equal to fair, there are 2 entries where fair is no, otherwise fair is yes. Okay, so its entropy is equals to 0.811. Similarly, when credit rating equals to excellent, there are 3 no and 3 yes, so 50-50%. So entropy is maximum, that is going to be 1. So finally we can calculate its information gain, that is 0.05. So hope you are getting how to calculate the information gain for each and every attribute. So we have calculated the information gain for all the attribute. Let's look at them. Information gain for the attribute age is 0.248, for income it is 0.03, for student it is 0.153, and for credit rating it is 0.05. So if we look at these information gain of all the attributes, the highest value is 0.248, that is for the attribute age. That means this attribute will be selected for first splitting. So that's why the concept of information gain is required. It is essential because it is one of the parameter, it is one of the way, one of the tool by which we can identify or we can predict our first decision making attribute on which we can do splitting. So far we have calculated the information gain, and we have identified the attribute which is to be considered first for splitting in the decision tree. So this is our data set. Let's try to construct the decision tree, and let's call this data set D. As per the information gain values, the age attribute was having highest information gain. That's why our first splitting attribute will be the age attribute. If you look at this age attribute, there are three classes: youth, middle aged, and senior. So if age is equals to middle aged, so you can see when age equals to middle aged, all the values in this attribute, which is a decision attribute, or you can say label attribute where decision is kept, all the values are yes. That means this is the leaf node. Means no further classification is required because there is no confusion. The situation is clear to the decision tree classifier. If the age equals to middle age, then one should buy the computer. There is no confusion. But if the age is equals to youth, then in this attribute, in this label attribute buy computer, there are few no's and few yes. That means still the situation is not clear. Further classification is required. Let's call this in a data D1. And similarly, if age equal to senior, then still buy computer attribute is having few yes and no. So it also needs some further classification. So whatever the process we did with the attribute with this data set D, the same process again we have to repeat with this data set D1 and D2. For D1 data set, by assuming this D1 data set, again we have to calculate the entropy and information gain for the attributes income, student, and credit rating, and whichever the attribute is having highest value, so that will be considered for further classification. We'll not consider this attribute age because this is we have already classified. Similarly, in this data set D2, we again calculate the information gain for income, student, and credit rating to identify the attribute with highest information gain for further classification. So let's see in the subsequent slides. So let us calculate the information gain for the data set D1. Now you have already got the idea how to calculate the information gain, so we can be a bit faster. So this is the attribute, label attribute. First of all, we have to calculate the entropy like we have calculated for the previous data set D. In data set D, the initial data set, there were 14 tuples. Now we are having only 5 tuples, out of which 3 are no and 2 are yes. So the entropy for this data set is 0.971. And now first of all, we'll calculate the information gain for the attribute income. So it is having all, when income is equals to high, so all no are there, so entropy is 0. When income is equals to medium, 1 no and 1 yes is there in this buy computer attribute. So in this buy computer attribute, when income is equals to medium, this is no, and for another medium it is yes, so entropy is maximum, that is 1. And when income equal to low, because there are 3 classes, income equal to low, then there is all the values are yes because there is only one entry, so entropy is 0. So hence we can calculate the information gain for this attribute, and that is equals to 0.571. This is the information gain for the attribute income. So in the subsequent slides we'll see the information gain for student and credit rating as well. So let us calculate the information gain for the attribute student and credit rating. If we look at this attribute student, then there are two classes, no and yes. Student equal to no, then all values are no, that means entropy is 0. If student equal to yes, then obviously all yes is there, the entropy is 0 further. So information required is 0, and hence the information gain is entropy of the system minus 0, that is 0.971. Similarly, we can calculate the information gain for the next attribute, that is credit rating. In credit rating attribute there are two classes, fair and excellent. For fair, 3 values are there, out of which 1, 2 are no and 1 is yes. So 2 no, 1 yes, so hence the entropy is 0.918. Similarly, when it is excellent, there is 1 yes, 1 no, 2 values, and entropy is maximum, that is 1. On the same way we can calculate the information required, and that is 0.02. So hope you are getting this, how we can calculate. Now we have calculated the value of information gain for all the attributes, that is income, student and credit rating. Now we'll compare the values and identify the attribute on which splitting can be done. Further splitting, next second level splitting can be done. So for data set 1, if you look at the values, the information the gain for income, student and credit rating, it's 0.571, 0.971 and 0.02 respectively, and out of which student attribute is having highest information gain, that is 0.971. That means for second level splitting we can take the attribute the student. So let's calculate the information gain for the second data set also, that is second part D2. This is the data where age is equals to senior, and now again calculate the entropy of the system. So if you look at this attribute by computer, there are 3 yes and 2 no. So 2 no and 3 yes, the entropy will be 0.971, and I have directly calculated the information gain for income, student and credit rating. So for income and student is 0.02, and for credit rating it is 0.971. Hence in data set D2 the attribute with highest information gain is credit rating. So that should be taken for second level of splitting and D2 site. So since we have identified the second level splitting attribute, so let's perform the second level splitting. First level splitting was on the basis of the age, where we have splitted into 3 parts. We have, because we are having 3 age attribute was having 3 classes: youth, middle aged and senior. And when it is middle aged, then we reach to the leaf node, because middle aged, when the person was middle aged, then all the attribute all the values of by computer attribute were yes. So there was no confusion. When the person is of middle age, then he or she should buy the computer. There is no further classification is required. We reach to the some verdict. But when age is youth, they were having some yes and no values in by computer attribute. So we have calculated the information gain for income, student and credit rating, and out of which we have seen student was having highest information gain. So second level splitting we will perform on the attribute student for data set D1, and for data set D2 the credit rating attribute was having highest information gain. So this will be used for second level splitting for D2 site. So student is having 2 classes, no and yes. and credit rating is also having two classes, fair and excellent. So let's try to try to figure out the data. So if age equals to youth and student is no, means in the data set D1 where the student equals to no, you can see by computer attribute values are no, means this label is having no, all the values no. That means when a person is youth and and the person is not the student, then the person should means cannot buy the computer. Okay, and similarly when age equals to youth and student is yes, then we can see both all the values of the buy computer attributes are yes. That means we reach to some decision, no further classification is required here as well. When there was no, all the values are no, no further classification is required. And when credit rating is excellent, you can see all the values in the by computer label attribute are no, no further classification required here also. And when credit rating is fair, then again by computer attribute is having all the values yes, that is again no further classification is required. If there would have been some no values and some yes values still, then again we have to repeat the entire process. Again we'll calculate the information gain for the rest of the attribute and figure out the attribute with the highest information gain. This process will go on, and actually this algorithm is known as the CART algorithm, CART. So we are following the CART algorithm steps and we have constructed the decision tree. So finally the decision tree classifier model on the basis of the CART algorithm, means classification and regression tree algorithm, is first splitting we have done on the basis of the age with three classes: youth, middle aged and senior. And middle aged, when age is middle aged, we reach to the leaf node, means for no further classification is needed. But when age equal to youth and age equal to senior, we have again performed the second level splitting on the attribute student and credit rating on the basis of their highest information gain values. And when student equals to no, then the person cannot buy the computer. And when student is yes, then of course that as per decision tree we can, the person can buy the computer. And when credit rating is excellent, then as per our table we have seen in the previous slide, we cannot allow the person to buy the computer. And when credit rating is fair, then the person can go for purchase of the computer. So finally we reach to all the leaf nodes. As we can see, the leaf node means the end where no further classification is required, and I have used this purple color to indicate the non-leaf node. That means the further classification is required. So hope you might have got the idea about decision tree and how it can be constructed by some data set. Thanks for watching this video.